Hello and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're playing 1941, and this is going to be the final one in the series of me playing just as a human against all the hard AI. So we're going to be playing the Japanese, which is the one nation I haven't done yet. I've done the Russians, I've done the Germans, the British, and the Americans, just playing as a human, and everyone else is on the hard AI. But today we're going to be playing as Japanese. Ignore those gorillas that just showed up right there. But yeah, we'll see how we do here. So the British are going to be doing the little battle there in this sea zone, which is very good. I would definitely do that if I was the British player, attacking my little fleet in Siam, southeast China, I guess. And yeah, we lost everything. We took out a sub, that's okay. And for production here, we'll go ahead and purchase. Well, we could kind of do it in a couple different ways. The main thing you want to keep in mind as Japan is to try to maintain control over these two territories right here, so Manchuria and coastal China, as long as possible, and by also focusing in the Pacific. You don't really want to focus Russia unless you have all of these islands collected. So Pacific first, I like to go as Japan, and then Russia. And then if Russia's contained by Germany, and then I just kind of go for the USA at that point. So, but first we got to make sure we keep these areas safe. And for production here, I probably will do probably attack this little fleet right here. So I'm going to probably send some guys down here. Honestly, I think we'll leave the Americans in Pearl Harbor. If the UK doesn't do this little move right here, I like to just send all my planes into Pearl Harbor here and try to take out that battleship and hopefully not lose a plane. But in this scenario, I'm going to try to send some of my fleet down here and maybe also take over the Philippines. Who knows? So in that case, I'm going to be moving all my fleets. And if I get a transport, let's see, what can hit this area? Can I defend this area realistically? Probably not, honestly. So if I moved like a battleship into here and a destroyer and then like all my fighters, and I leave the best I could leave is 2 aircraft carriers and then all the fighters. But then again, they could send a battleship, 2 fighters, and then a bomber into that battle, so I'm not really liking my odds. I'm just going to kind of consolidate my fleet down here just so the USA doesn't get any ideas. So in this case, I'm just going to build some infantry, get them ready to send out next turn, drop them off somewhere in the Pacific. We're going to slowly start building more manpower right now. Now for combat moves, we're going to be doing this little battle right here. There's also a free little transport down there. As Japan, you always want to look for the little UK transports down here. They're usually undefended and you can take them out pretty easily. So sometimes they might be over here. Just keep an eye out for them. Try to take them out. The British, they can't really do anything with these transports, honestly, but it's damage here and there. I'm going to send in the battleship into this one. And then, let's see, can I put guys here and attack the Philippines? Not realistically. So no matter where I go, I have to put like minimal forces here. Then maybe, I guess I could take, I send just the battleship, and then I send in the bomber. And then the rest of my fleet, my destroyer, 2 aircraft carriers, and all these fighters, let's put them right here in the Philippines. And I guess we might as well attack the Philippines as well. Get some guys off the mainland. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. So I could only keep guys in these 2 areas, so I can't really do any landings here, otherwise my stuff is going to be kind of undefended. We could actually attack into Szechuan, and I think I will do that. Might as well get these guys out of here, otherwise they're going to get destroyed by the Indians over here. Next turn, I want to try to conserve them, at least. I am leaving this area unguarded, but really losing all those guys is a lot worse than losing just a territory for free, and you just not losing anything in the process of that. So next I'm going to probably send in some reinforcements here. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Well, I can't really send this one into it because it can't land back into the Philippine area. So I'm going to send that there. This guy could I'll send this guy into the Philippines. Yeah, I'll send that guy instead. And then I'm going to send all these transports here. I'm going to load them up with some troops. And I'm going to invade the Philippines. Invade the Philippines, and let's see. These look like some pretty good battles. This fighter went to here, and you could also land into there. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. I would say that is it for turn 1 moves here. Sniping those British transports. And attacking the Philippines. We do lose one guy. And Szechuan battle here. Lose another guy, but that's okay. Those guys might get wiped out by the Russians, though, which could be a little bit of a hindrance, but that's okay. Then I'm going to non-combat move all my stuff into the Philippine area, just so the US doesn't attack me and destroy me. So now this is pretty much, this is very tanky for them to take out. They could, I mean, the best they could do is send in a battleship, 2 fighters. I don't even know if they could send their bomber in any this position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they could send in some stuff, but that's not enough to take me on there. For this little bomber, I guess we could put him like the Caroline Islands. I'd like to put him there, but he could also no, they can't take this guy out. I'll keep this guy here. And the Caroline Islands is going to give me some more options to 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's just kind of pressure around the sea zone, I guess. Then I'm going to put an infantry right here, just to soft guard these 2 areas. And that's going to be it for Japan turn 1. I'll go ahead and place the reinforcements in Japan. All right. The British are going to be moving up slightly. That's fine. The Russians didn't attack me in Szechuan, so that's pretty good as well. So now it is, let's see what the US is doing. So the US looks like they're not abandoning the Pacific. They're going to be keeping some guys here. So I think I could actually start sending some guys back. And build even more transports. I would say 3 transports. You don't really need more than 3 transports as Japan. So I'm going to build one more though. I'm going to build 1 transport. I'm going to non-combat move some of my troops here because the US still can hit me here with these 2 fighters. 1, 2, 3. So I'll probably send what do I send in over? I guess I could send in the battleship and then an aircraft carrier, 2 fighters. The rest of these guys could go ahead and do some, I don't know, they could go do whatever, honestly. But I will get 1 more transport and then probably some more infantry to send over. All right, for non-combat moves, Australia's a pretty good location because from here you could start building more troops and you could have your troops like shuck into India or like over here into South Africa. So I'll probably go ahead and take Australia. Well, the East Indies is a little bit more valuable. But Australia, if they could continue to build more stuff in Australia, and I just kind of want to secure that right away here. I'll also send in 2 fighters. That means I'm going to commit 1 aircraft carrier that way, and that should be relatively good odds to taking Australia. Next, I'm just going to do my non-combat moves at the same time. I'm just going to bring my guys up here. And then, I guess these 2 guys can go ahead and attack here. Isn't really a good position. I guess we could attack this US guy. Yeah, we need more manpower in China right now. I'm just going to do that. Actually, I'll just send in 2. That's fine. And then next, I'll take the guy from the Philippines. Get him out of here. He's kind of okay right now. Kind of not really defending anything. Hey, let's see, 4 guys. I guess I could put 4 guys there, but you know, Russia could do something interesting, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do a little battle there. Then I guess I could send in this guy as well. And that looks to be it. Let's see, these guys down here, they just have aircraft carrier, 2 fighters. Yeah, they're fine. Let's go ahead and do that. That looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and send these 2 guys. Oh wait, I can't actually send these guys back, but I think that's okay either way. I mostly could send in 2 fighters. Well, yeah, they could send in 2 fighters, and I have pretty much enough defense to hold against all of that. I would think, at least. And then next I'll put these 2 fighters there. And place another transport here. And another infantry in Japan. So now I have an extra 4 troops ready to send over anywhere next turn. Looks like the British are going to be attacking us here into Szechuan a little bit. But now there really isn't a point to building navy. You don't want to waste your production points in building a navy if there's, you already have a good navy. And Japan already starts off with a pretty good navy. So at this point, I like to just get manpower. So I just get as much units as possible and try to overwhelm everything here. Non-combat move, I'll go ahead and probably take the East Indies. That's going to be a very crucial area to take because it's 2 production. And basically, I take the 2 production and then the British aren't going to have 2 more production. And I'm basically killing 2/3 of an infantry per turn as long as I hold that at that little area. Next I have 4 guys here. Could put a ton of pressure onto India here, and I think I will. Go ahead and send all these guys into Borneo, and I think that is just enough defense. 1, 2, 1, 2. I want to keep... yeah. I'll send these guys there. That's okay. I want to keep these fighters in range of attacking India. So I'm going to send all of these guys here. I'll kind of split my guys up like that. That should be a pretty decent battle to take there. Taking out that tank. That is going to be it. I'll send this guy to here because he could attack India and go right back. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let him into coastal China. And there we go. A lot of pressure is being put on India. Let's take a look at Germany for a second. Germany's doing pretty well in Barbarossa. However, the Allies do have a little bit of naval dominance here. This could be a little scary for Germany if he doesn't defend his areas correctly, which he really doesn't. So let's hope that Germany doesn't get their capital gets sniped out of nowhere. Then I'll go ahead and put some more guys in probably Japan. Actually, I could put a guy in Australia. Yeah, we'll put a guy in Australia. And that should be it. We may need to defend Germany here, actually, and start shucking over some fighters. We'll see. They did take out the Soviet Union, which is very good. Which is very, very good. Then next here, we could take out India. And production-wise, I would say, honestly, how are they doing? There's a lot of U.S. troops, but I think Germany's going to send them all back into Germany. Yeah, I think Germany's quite fine, honestly. I'm going to try to take over India and Southeast Asia. And then from there, we want to go into the United States. So I'm actually going to build probably... I think we're already logistically set at this point. I'll get 1 more infantry to put them in Australia. And I think that's honestly going to be it. I'm going to build another fighter now, which is going to help. I could send them over to Germany or something to help them defend or something. But yeah, at this point, it's kind of looking like an Axis victory. The Axis in this game, they do have it a little bit easy, I would say. But I wouldn't say we're completely out of the game right now, though. I'll go ahead and send these guys down here. And that should be it. All right. And into India. Oof, that's it. This bomber. So at this point, once you take India, in a real game, I mean, in this game, obviously Germany did really well in Barbarossa. But after this, after you do take India, then most Pacific, take a look at the Soviet Union. If the Soviet Union is like not all held up in Russia and they're like, you know, kind of gaining on Germany, focus the Soviet Union down. It's going to help out Germany to survive a little bit more. In this scenario where the Soviet Union has already fallen, you just want to go for the USA at this point. Attack the USA, and that's going to also indirectly relieve some pressure off of Germany because those are less Americans being sent over there. So we're going to try to focus the USA at this point now. We did our non-combat moves. We'll place the extra infantry here, and I'll build the extra fighter up here. Now I'm going to slowly shift all my guys over to the US. And now we have an honorable victory. However, it technically isn't like that. We need 2 victory cities. Well, Moscow isn't considered a victory city in this game, so we're going to continue. You have to take London or Washington, D.C. So now this is a little bit scary. D-Day is happening, but a little bit too late, I believe. And it looks like Germany's going to immediately reinforce that now. 1, 2, 3, 4. From India, if Germany here was needing extra assistance, if you had your fleet in here, you could actually send in the fighters from India to 1, 2, 3, 4, land them all into Germany. So, yeah, it's a pretty good area if you want to shuck your fighters into Germany, giving them extra defense. Let's hold Berlin. But in this case, it looks like they're doing pretty well, not going to lie. Yeah, not going to lie, they're doing pretty well. They will have some struggle in Africa, but other than that, that should be fine. I'm going to start moving my troops over to the USA now. So I'm going to build some, let's see here. Because I could start building mass infantry, but no, I'm going to build some more fighters. Build a fighter here, and then I'd say, I guess we could build some more guys. Let's get a bomber. Let's get a bomber instead, and then 1 more infantry to get 4 infantry up there. All right, so next we'll go ahead and send a guy down there. I'll send him 2 planes. And the rest of these guys, I guess I could station these guys in India. Yeah, I guess I could station these guys in India. Maybe help the Germans over here hold the Middle East a little bit more. Then I'm just going to start bringing these guys this way. Get some guys ready to send over into the USA. These guys, I'll send them all into India and Africa, help the Germans out a little bit. All right, that is going to be it. Get another bomber here. And now, at this point, we're outproducing the USA in money. So, in the long game, if we just keep attacking the US, we will slowly take over the advantage since we just make so much more money. But yeah, the Allies are doing a little landing in Norway, Finland. It looks like Germany did retake France. Good on them. And yeah, so now, let's see, I'm going to go here. I'll grab some infantry. Let's see, I'll need 1 more infantry, and then I could technically get 2 more transports. And that's going to allow me to send 8 guys immediately into Alaska, so that's going to help out a lot. So that's going to be it. Japanese non-combat move, or combat move, I guess. I'll reinforce Middle East here. These guys right here, I'll go ahead and send them. I guess I could send them to Hawaii. I think I will. Actually. I'll send them to Hawaii. I might need some extra defense there, though. So I'm gonna send in the battleship this way and that guy that way as well, because this area is pretty well defended. There's nothing really that could hit us. I guess honestly there is absolutely nothing that can hit us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I could just send honestly everything. I might not be seeing something. I'll just keep my guys right there for now. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take over Hawaii here, and then see, can this guy reach? No, they can't quite reach right there. All right. Building more transports and units over here. And now the invasion of Alaska. So now I'm going to start sending tons and tons of troops over. So now I'm going to max out my hit points on Japan with land units. So the best I could do is 2 tanks and 2 infantry, which is what I'll go ahead and do. Next, we could also take out this little fleet here, while by also sending in more guys into Alaska. I'll send some guys here. It looks like the U.S. is going to try to take back Moscow, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think they do still have it locked down. And then I have the Middle East pretty secure as well. This doesn't seem like the Allies are going to break through there anytime soon, especially if Germany could reinforce it for me. That'd be pretty nice. Ooh, that was close. There's a little submarine right there. A little mischievous submarine kind of lurking around. But we should be okay. I got to keep an eye out for that submarine. I could have lost all my transports there, and that would be a little bit embarrassing. But in this case, let's go ahead and attack there. These slow fighters can attack there, but yeah, we're putting a massive amount of troops on in Alaska right now. Next, I'll probably send the bombers over to Hawaii, because from Hawaii they could pressure the western U.S. 1, 2, 3, hit them, and then land right back at Pearl Harbor. This fighter can't really do much for the moment. Actually, he could go into Pearl Harbor as well. So send them there, and we'll eliminate the fleet here. We do take 1 hit. We do take another hit as well. Yeah, I take it on the destroyer. We take 1 more hit. I'll take it on the battleship. Jeez, that was an unfortunate battle. But we should be okay still. Japanese non-combat. I'm going to have... I only have 2 aircraft carriers left. But that is... yeah, that should be okay, though. Alright. Then I'll just continue making land units here. Send these guys back. I might have to build a destroyer just to keep that submarine away, but... at this point, we just keep sending more and more troops into Alaska. And I think we can actually send them into the western U.S. now, which could be very, very good for us. And I think we will, actually. Let's go ahead and just send our guys into western U.S., because from there we could actually... Well, if they send... they have a little submarine still. That's... yeah, I don't know. That submarine, it's kind of annoying. I'm going to build a destroyer, send a guy... Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to send anything to the western U.S. because, you know, the submarine could go in there, take out my 2 aircraft carriers, and then, yeah, it just wins. I guess this submarine, this guy has nowhere to go, does he? 1, 2... Oh, no, he kind of has nowhere to go, so no matter where this little aircraft carrier goes, this submarine can always hit him. It's kind of unfortunate. Yikes. That should be okay. Looks like I might lose a transport too here. Yeah, I'll just start making more infantry. Infantry and a destroyer. Alright, on combat move, I'll just send all these guys here. send these guys over here. And then, yeah, I have to kind of get these guys out of here. I'll send them up there. It's kind of the best area to put them. All right. Then I'll just put the rest of my Air Force in Alaska. Then we still have pretty good odds in taking the Western U.S. And then straight up taking Washington, D.C. How are the Germans doing? The Germans are doing very well. And that's going to be it. I'll put another destroyer here and some more infantry to get ready to send over. Now we're going to man in the high castle this and take over the USA. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do tanks. Do a couple tanks. Looks like the sub will be running away, so he's not taking a shot at my aircraft carrier, so that is very good for us. Next, we'll go ahead and attack Western US and send in tons and tons of more reinforcements. All right. So the US is going to try to reinforce it, but they will not take it back, so now we can start making more units in the Western US, and in this case I'm just going to build tanks, because tanks are going to be the best cost-effective land unit you could get, pretty much. So I'm just going to get some tanks, go ahead and reinforce everything here, get ready to attack the United States Capitol. So I'll send in these guys, send them over. Where's that submarine at? Submarine's kind of lurking down here. I'll send, yeah, I'll send everyone here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can actually hit my stuff there. I guess we'll wait one more turn. Wait one more turn here. And yeah, that should be it. Non-combat. That is it. Build 4 tanks in Western US. And the guys in Middle East are kind of, yeah, they really have nothing else to do but sit there, so I'll just leave them there. Alright, so now we can potentially take the Western US, but I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to buy more tanks. Buy more tanks, and now after this turn it should be fairly good odds to take on the Western US. And these guys at this point, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, I'll put them in Alaska. And yep. We got more tanks. And now we, oh, now they're evacuating Washington, D.C. So now it is looking like it is kind of over at this point. Let's get some more infantry. And now we take the Western US for ourselves. Might as well take that at the same time. And yeah, I guess this fleet's kind of useless at this point. If I move them up here, it'll get destroyed by a bunch of bombers. But yeah. Now that is going to be technically GG. And yeah, very Japanese USA. So now we have all of the money of the USA, and yeah, at this point we could just build bombers, build 3 bombers, and yeah, it's kind of over at this point. well, that is going to be it. That is a Axis victory. Very, very easy Axis victory. The Axis, they have the advantage in this game. But the main concept of Japan, try to keep the Manchuria, your Chinese territories, Manchuria and coastal China. Focus the rest of the money islands down here. So attack the Pacific. And then looks like the U.S. put 3 bombers here. They really want to take out my fleet. But yeah, Pacific, then India. And after India, focus the Soviet Union if they're still alive. Unless they are all like in Moscow, then at that point just attack the USA and just take over the USA, because you will be outproducing them in money after you've made all those gains. But that is going to be it. Hopefully you guys learned something new. I know Japan's kind of easy to play, but if there's like if you have some pretty good allied players, then it's going to be a little bit tricky. But the main concepts are, kind of there. That's going to be it. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.